Hey everybody, Jake here, and this is This Week in Ink number 2. So, we'll go over the news that I gathered from this week, just events in the pen community, and then some personal stuff on the channel front, or in my life. So first up, the new model of the TWSBI Eco T is coming out in about 7 days. It is a yellow-green version. My wife is super excited for it, so we're going to pick one up. Keep in mind, though, this is the Eco T, which means it has a slightly more pronounced grip section. I'm not sure if it's quite to the level of like a Lamy Safari or anything like that, but we'll see. I'll definitely have a review of it coming. I've checked out the original TWSBI Eco before, and I ended up selling mine kind of begrudgingly because it was a really good pen, but I just didn't use it. Alright, so that's going to be about $29, and I'll have a link down in the description where you can check that out and sign up for the newsletter list from Goulet. That's just where I buy all my pen stuff for, so most of these links are going to be from Goulet. Next, the Duraflex, the Conklin Duraflex. The second batch of these will be coming up in March. Goulet is saying it's their last batch. I know they had some sort of exclusive. I assumed it was a timed exclusive. That's what I had heard, but on their website they're saying that it's the last batch they're going to be getting. So if you're interested in picking up this pen, I do have a review coming out Saturday for it, but it's a really good pen. I'm really impressed by it, honestly. I wasn't expecting much, but it's great. Go sign up for that mailing list so you can grab you one. Because the last one sold out in about 3 hours. And Goulet is the only place you can pick that up. Next, a new organic studio ink is coming. They've been teasing it. We don't have any names or anything yet. We do have a black and white shot of the box that kind of, it looks just like this. They had a really big hit with their, super sheening inks. And I actually have a review up of one, the Henry David Thoreau Walden Pond Blue. This is Ralph Waldo Emerson Twilight Blue. But both of those inks are freaking amazing, guys. I will have a review of Twilight Blue coming up, I think in 2 weeks or so. But definitely keep an eye on that. I believe they're debuting it at the Boston Pen Show. So keep it, if you're headed up there or in that area, make sure to keep an eye out on it. Those are probably going to sell pretty quick. Next, the Pen Addict. There's a blog and a podcast. I do listen to the podcast quite a bit. I'm really into that. And they're either blog posts occasionally, but they are doing a live show from the Atlanta Pen Show. So if you're interested in that at all, they have a Kickstarter up with some backer rewards. I think you can get either the live videos as a reward, a limited edition Knock pen case, which Brad from Knock actually runs the Pen Addict. And they also have pins of Brad, Mike, and Anna from Well Appointed Desk. So check that out. They have about a week left, I believe, on that as well. Maybe a little less. Speaking of Kickstarter, the Wancher Dream Pen. This is a pretty well-priced Urushi pen. I believe you can get the Urushi version for about $350 or so. Really surprised. Great reception. They have made a butt ton of money. It blew up a lot more than any other pen that I've ever seen on Kickstarter. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, they apparently have, to deal with the influx, have had to push the pen back. So it was originally going to launch in August. If you know anything about Urushi, that would be a little rough. It's a several months long process to get those pens finished. So that's been pushed back to a tentative October date. So we'll see how that goes. If you're interested, head over there and check them out. If I had the money, I probably would, but that's just a little bit too much for me right now. Next, new Franklin Christoph pen. New Franklin Christoph pen just got announced literally 30 minutes ago as I'm recording this video. It is the model 451. It is also going to debut at the Baltimore Pen Show. Scratch the organic studio thing. Baltimore Pen Show. This is the model 451. It looks like they're 45, but with a little bit of influence from the Model 25 Eclipse, and that the clip on the pen actually isn't on the cap at all. It's down here on the body. So it's a shorter cap, and they have some custom colors of just that cap part with a black pen body available. So if you're headed up in that direction, take a look at that. At the moment, they're saying the price is about $115. The Lamy Safari Black Edition. So you guys know I have these charcoal Safari. If you watch my channel, that was my first real fountain pen. Well, apparently Lamy has decided to do entirely blacked out version. I've heard that it's darker. I'm curious to know if they're going to do a limited edition ink with that one as well, kind of like they did the Pacific, where it was literally just the Lamy turquoise ink rebranded. I wonder if they're going to rebrand the Lamy black ink. We'll see. But that has definitely been a point of contention for a lot of Lamy fans. There's been a lot of letdown with the vibrant pink pens this year. I really, really like the ink. There's a review coming up of that next week. Keep an eye out for that one. Pretty good ink. But yeah, that's caused a little bit of a stir in the community. On to personal stuff related to the channel. First up, some recent acquisitions of mine. This is kind of a grail pen for me. That term's tossed around a lot, but this was one that I really, really wanted. I really like TWSBI. Y'all should know this by now. I have the pink version of the 580 all, but the lava or orange was really, really amazing. I love the color orange, so I had to get this. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person on Reddit sold it to me for literally retail price. If you know anything about these TWSBI colors, they go for ridiculous markups on eBay and stuff like that. So that was really nice to be able to pick this up. I also had my eye on a TWSBI micarta, which I really like micarta. I have, several knives that have micarta handles. It's just a really nice material. But that pen, when it came out, retailed for $100. The one on eBay that I had my eye on, and I bid it, I think, up to like $110 or so, ended up selling for a little over $250. So that was a no for me. But I did get something else that was very limited. I got the SBRE Brown ink. If any of you watch pen videos on YouTube, you probably know who SBRE Brown is, Stephen Brown. This ink it's beautiful. It's a very warm, kind of caramel brown, or caramel, depending on how you mispronounce it. But it's a beautiful ink, a lot of shading, massive 120 milliliter bottle. It is from Ackerman's Dutch Masters series. So you can see there. It has a little marble that holds the ink in. I'll show you that real quick, actually, because I don't have anything else to do. Okay, so you can see the kind of the ink level there. Well, if you tilt it, there's a marble that falls down, and you can kind of hear it fill there. And now you can see there's a bit more of a gap here, and this is full of ink. So that's really cool, and you can drain it out if you need to. I'm really, really impressed with this bottle. I'm really liking it so far. These are expensive, and at the moment they're sold out. I got this from Van S Pens. This was like $38 or something. Yeah, I think $38, which is a lot more than I've ever wanted to spend on ink. But it's 120 milliliters, and it's limited edition color, and it's a really cool custom glass bottle. So I bought it. I'll have a review of that one coming up in a couple weeks as well. Next up, Patreon changes. So I haven't really received any feedback about Patreon, but I haven't received any supporters either. So I figured I would go ahead and change up the reward system a little bit. So if you want to head over there and check it out, please do. I've set up a few things. At the lowest tier, $1 a month, you get access to a Discord server where you can talk to other people that watch the channel and me about pens or whatever you want to talk about. Whatever. You'll get access to that Discord server. At $5 a month, you get to watch my pen reviews and possibly every video that I do. We'll see about that 1 week early. So I have the review of this pen coming out this week. However, if you subscribe to Patreon, you'll basically this Saturday, you will get to see this review and this review. They'll both be up. So you'll get to see those a week early. Probably the ink videos a week early as well. So if that's something you're interested in, check that out. At $10, you can request an ink review. So I'll pick up a bottle of ink. Prices doesn't really matter at that point. So if you want me to review a $38 bottle of Ackerman ink, I'll do it. And then at, gosh, I think $50. I'm losing it, guys. At $50, you get, oh yeah, every month I will pick out an ink or a pen that I love and send it to you. You also get the pen sleeve immediately. For everyone else, once you've contributed up to $50, I will make one of these for you. It will not be like this is a really rough prototype. So you can pick out custom color and size and all that good stuff. So head over there if you're interested in checking that out. Also, as a slightly higher tier backer reward beyond the pen sleeve, once you've contributed a certain amount, I am prototyping a pen roll currently. Also entirely handmade out of leather. But if you guys have any feedback or any ideas for the Patreon, let me know. Once I get to about $10 a month on Patreon, whether that's the one person or multiple people, I'm going to be giving away this pen along with some others so I can part out my collection and give something back to you guys for watching the channel. Next up, Duraflex review coming out Saturday. Keep an eye on it. Really, really good. Blew me away. Next up, I should have paper reviews coming up soon. I was waiting on a super wet flex nib to do my paper reviews to complete it. So I will have one, more than likely, of Rhodia first, the paper that I use consistently for the channel. I'll have a review coming up of it. So keep an eye out on that. That should be sometime next week. We'll see. Last but not least, the Atlanta Pen Show. My hotel's booked. Tickets are bought. If any of you guys are going to the Atlanta Pen Show, let me know. Maybe we can meet up and chat a little bit about pens and whatever else. If you're interested in anything from that, I will be trying to get footage. If not footage, at least pictures, something. Also, I will be having some discussions about the impressions of the pen show with a friend of mine who's going as well. So we will see about that. That should be coming up in April, about mid-April. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep an eye out for the Duraflex review coming up Saturday. Don't forget about that. And again, check out my Patreon. Check out all of these links for everything down in the description if you're interested in any of these pens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.